Yo,
What's up, my brother?
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Okay, you gotta turn your camera up some.
Okay. Is that good?
Yep, that's good.
Can Tara come in?
Of course. It's Tyler and Tara.
I want her in here.
Get her in there. How are you?
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Okay, you need to get, yeah, there you go. Work with me.
Tell me where you want it.
A little bit more toward her. Perfect. All right,
Sweet.
good. Okay, so how you all doing?
Great. Just hanging out. It's hot.
Yeah, it is. It's a little warm up here too.
Yeah.
So, you all are. Introduce yourselves.
My name's Tyler. I'm 26. This is
I'm Tara, and I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm from Knoxville. He's from PA.
What part of PA is he from?
suburbs of Philly.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get into some questions, and then we get into the journey, and we could talk about you all as a team, the woodworking, what roles you play, who inspires you as a turner, etc.
Cool.
All right, y'all ready?
Sounds good.
Now, this is the good part, right? I'm going to ask questions, but you answer the questions individually, not jointly.
Okay.
All right, cool? All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And just so you know, the lady always goes first.
Uh,
All right. So if you had the chance to go to the moon, would you?
no.
No. I couldn't take that ride up there, man. I'm too claustrophobic.
All right. What word or phrase? We go. Okay. This question is about the other. What word or phrase does he overuse?
I don't know.
Do you not know? That's what he says.
That's what he says.
Okay. What word or phrase does she overuse?
Like.
Okay.
She says like when she's explaining things.
All right.
That's
What is his least favorite thing to do?
Go to the doctor. Go to the hospital. Go anywhere with a waiting room.
Okay. Is she correct?
She is correct.
Right.
I can't do it. I don't like to sit still. It's the same answer as going to the moon. I can't sit still. I get all fidgety.
What is her least favorite thing to do?
Her favorite thing's to drive.
What is her least favorite thing to do?
That's such a tough question.
Okay. Tara, what is your least favorite thing to do?
Sit still. I can't sit still.
No. I was asking her because you didn't know what was her least favorite. Most favorite thing to do.
He said both of our favorite things.
Most favorite thing?
Yep.
Mine's wood turning. What's yours?
I guess I like to work.
What do you do?
I watch dogs, and I manage a doggy daycare.
Nice, nice. How many dogs?
A lot. 50 maybe.
It's a full-time job.
Wow.
It's like doggy kennel, and they go drop their dog off and they play, and then they come and pick them up, and they're super tired, and we manage all of it and play with them the whole day. It's exhausting, but it's fun.
All right, cool. What is the one thing he would want to change about you?
Change about me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay, Tyler, what is the one thing she would want to change about you?
Probably getting something done. Like if I say I'm gonna get something done, I always put it off and don't do it because I want to do something else.
Okay. What makes you tick?
People that don't have patience.
In like in a good way.
Oh.
Not tick you off. What motivates you?
Oh. I think him. I think he's my biggest motivator.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how does he do that?
He is so active. If I didn't have him pushing me to get me up and do things and new things, I wouldn't do anything.
All right, cool. All right, Tyler, what makes you tick?
Just accomplishing things, trying to, I don't know, I guess not really setting goals, but just moving. I just need to, no matter what, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what makes me tick, kind of.
Okay. What irks you the most?
Now that question.
Yeah. I think it's lack of patience.
Okay. Tyler?
I hate sanding like everybody else does. Sanding wood is the worst.
Some guys actually like it.
I'm not one of them.
What sound, Tyler, makes you happiest?
This is gonna sound kind of gushy, but her voice makes me the happiest. And my dog. I love my dog.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Tyra this question again. Tyra, what sound makes you happiest?
Probably just any music.
You like music?
Yeah,
Any kind?
pretty much.
Who's your favorite singer?
Who's my favorite singer?
We really are, she got me into bluegrass, and bluegrass is big down here in Knoxville, and we go and see bands pretty often, or we were going to see bands pretty often, but there's this girl, Jillian Wells, and she's great. She's a local Nashville singer, and she's awesome.
Okay. All right. What sound bothers you the most?
Like aluminum foil.
All right. Tyler?
Oh no. I can't think of anything.
Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to try?
Being like a vet tech or shooting for the stars, like a veterinarian.
But that's okay. Yeah, that's it's different. All right, Tyler.
Well, I'm a landscaper right now. Um, Other than that, I would love to. Um, is that
Sorry
okay?
about that. I got
That's okay.
new Wi-Fi today, and
That's
apparently
okay.
it's not good. Okay, so what would you want on your tombstone?
Ooh.
She was happy.
Tyler.
He was happy.
All right. What is it about your personality that drives your business?
What is it about your personality that drives your business? I think just progress is a big thing. I mean, just, you know, setting little goals.
What is it about your personality that hinders your business?
Procrastination. Or we're too giving.
Yeah. We're pretty giving. I like to give things away too much.
That'll hurt your business.
We don't, yeah.
That'll kill your business.
She gets on me about that.
You should see the look on her face. She's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Who would you travel cross country with on a motorcycle? I don't know what's happening to it. Are you
Technology.
There? Yeah.
It's okay.
What was your favorite concert?
My favorite concert was Rothberry, and it was in 2013, I think. Or no, it'd be like 2009. It was amazing. The Dead and Company were playing.
How old were you?
Probably like 18, maybe. I don't know. Young. That was easy.
Okay. Tyler?
I think we went and seen, it was really small and intimate. There's a theater in Knoxville called the Bijou, and there's this guy, Willie Watson, and it's just him and a guitar, and he's pretty amazing.
Okay. Did you have any childhood nicknames?
Childhood nicknames. Mine was Ty.
When I was really young, I had one, but I think my biggest nickname was my twin's name. I would get called her name all the time.
You have a twin?
Yeah.
Identical.
When was the last time you cried?
This morning.
Why'd you cry?
That's sad. My friend's dog passed away.
Oh, sorry. Tyler?
The last time I cried was a couple years ago. My grandmother was passing away from cancer, and I didn't see her in a long time. And we went to her house, and I seen her for it'd been a couple years since I'd seen her, and she just looked really bad. I couldn't handle it.
Okay. What impact do you want to have on your industry?
I can answer that for him.
Go ahead.
He wants to do something different that no one else has done and have his own stamp on it. He doesn't like to copy anything, or he gets inspiration from leaves that he sees at work, or a little acorn and something like that. He wants to do something new.
Cool. That's a great answer, Tara.
Yeah, I think so too.
When was the most difficult time in your business and how did you overcome it? If the question doesn't apply, that's fine.
When he had this little lathe and he could only do certain things, we got a new lathe.
How long did you have
How
long did you have a small lathe?
At least a year. Yeah. It wasn't bad though. It was just the Harbor Freight one. I loved it. I still have it. It still runs perfectly good too. I just upgraded it.
Big time.
Yeah.
Do you have any black friends?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you often see people of color in your industries?
I work as a landscaper, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty, yeah, I mean, there's a lot, I mean, it's all totally mixed race. Everybody's
working hard.
Yeah.
Tara, did you answer that question? You said yes.
Yeah.
Who would you most like to have a conversation with?
Anybody? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Huh.
Thank you, Mercy Goods.
Anybody.
So, Tyler, buy her some time. Who would you, while she thinks about it, who would you like?
I think I would have to talk to like an old, one of the labor workers on the Egyptian pyramids or something. I'd want to know exactly how that was made. I'm so confused by that.
Yeah, that's pretty genius. All right, so the questions are over. So now we get to talk about you two and wood turning. So,
okay.
Tyler, who inspires you as a wood turner?
It comes from everywhere. I mean, with the Instagram nowadays, it's overwhelming the amount of people doing it, and I mean, just the amount of accounts and the work that people put out is just crazy. I'm more inspired by nature. I'm a landscaper too. So like she said, I find little leaves and weird little shapes of, acorn, stuff like that, and just try and kind of replicate that.
How
I'm
did you get
inspired by the wood though too. The movement in the wood really is, I'm obsessed with.
How did you get into turning?
Actually, we were at a trade or
Like a fair.
yeah, craft fair a couple years ago in Knoxville, and there's this guy, he's a local guy, Gordon Fowler, and I'd never even heard of a lathe or anything. I've always been interested in wood, but I didn't know what a lathe was, and I've seen his bowls and vessels, and I was just mind blown. I'll never forget it.
He didn't even know what he was doing. He just was like, I'm gonna go get a lathe, and I was like, a what? And he just got a bowl blank from like a little lumber yard and just started messing with it. Literally, like, had no idea what he was doing.
So you're self-learning.
Yeah.
Very. More than anyone I've ever seen. Crazy.
So have you met, do you know John Jordan?
I've messaged him. I buy all his tools. His hollowing tools, obviously, are just amazing. He actually lives like 2 hours away, and I've seen him post on Instagram, come get this free wood. And I'm going to make the trip out there one day, I hope. Because, I mean, yeah, he's just a legend.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, it's worth it just to go talk to him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. I mean, I watched his interview on here, and just the amount of time that he's been doing it really is just amazing. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you were born.
I know. I trip out on that and he's just still doing it, and yeah, he's definitely an inspiration for sure.
Where would you like to be in a year?
We're looking to buy our own property, have our own house, and probably the same job. We both really love our jobs, but definitely buying a house, and probably in the same spot, honestly, but just with some better things.
So you like Nashville? You like Tennessee, Knoxville?
Yeah, I think we both do.
It's a good home base. It's awesome down here.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you all been together?
8 years.
8 years, right? What is it that makes you all work?
That's a loaded question. I love him. I love him more than anyone could ever love anything. We're so connected, it's actually insane. When we very first got together, we spent every single minute of the day for a long time together. And when we finally started being apart, we're just so connected. Couldn't say it any other way. Just love each other.
So, where do you get your wood from, Tyler?
I mean, down here in Tennessee, you can literally drive around the corner right here, and there's a tree that fell or got cut down. And every time we go on Facebook's a big place, Facebook Marketplace. We find a lot of wood on there, and then we'll tell that person, hey, we look for all hardwoods, and we've had a couple people contact us that way too, but it's unlimited down here.
He's constantly looking for wood.
It's like, too much wood.
Yeah, I just saw a tree on the way home, and I had to turn around and go look at it.
What's your favorite wood to turn?
I just love, I mean, obviously any type of burl, that's even hard to get down here. I mean, I've had like one big burl score, but I really just love clean, hard maple. It's just perfect.
Right. Since you've been turning, have you been to any symposiums?
No, I've never done. Huh?
How long have you turned?
Almost 2.5 years. And then we made the Instagram account, and I think 2 to 2.5 years.
Right. Now, this is Jay Henney in LA. He goes, I just listen for chainsaws as I drive around LA. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
They're very distinctive.
Yeah, it's overwhelming the amount of wood you can get down here, and it's all just sitting on the side of the road.
Gonna go to landfill or somewhere anyway.
Right, right.
And you're lucky to live in a place where it's okay to knock on people's doors, you know? If we did that, like where he's from, it'd be like, no, get out of my yard. But here, everybody's like, oh yeah, come on in, come talk. What do you do? Yeah, we'll buy a bowl. Like, they're so nice. Like help you load the wood when it was on their curb, you know? So nice.
Yeah. New Yorkers are nice, but I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah.
You're a little suspicious pulling up for wood up north.
Yeah.
Now, being in Knoxville, are you all bourbon whiskey drinkers?
We don't drink.
Okay. I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge down here. I mean, you see it everywhere. Her sister's actually a really big bartender downtown Knoxville, but we don't drink.
Okay. What's the furthest you all have traveled together?
We went all the way up, you know, we go to where he's from in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and then we went to Florida. I want to go further, though. He just can't get on a plane.
You can drive further.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to.
It's just the time with our work getting off and all that. It's such a pain.
We really want to go to Washington and see all the trees and skate parks there, and Colorado, because we've never been to Colorado. It's like so beautiful. We have to see California.
Yeah, we live in a very big country, and it's beautiful.
It is. You can't.
It's amazing.
Have to see it.
Mercy Goods, I got a question for him. Does he turn wet or dry wood?
All wet wood, unless it's, you know, like if somebody put in like an order and they want a perfectly symmetrical bowl, I'll turn it wet and let it dry, and then second turn it. But always wet if I have the choice.
Okay. Is there something you haven't done in wood turning that you want to do?
I'd like to eventually, you know, go to a symposium and be around some, you know, like a person like John Jordan would be really cool, and kind of just watch how he does. I'm sure I'm doing it all wrong. He's probably doing it all right.
Well, you're getting it done, and yeah, he's doing it right, but you don't necessarily know if you're doing it wrong. You are getting it done, and you're doing pretty good at it.
Right.
Thank you.
What's the biggest bowl you've turned?
Bowl?
Or vessel, or biggest piece you've turned?
18 inches by at least, I think it was 6 or 7 inches tall. That's the biggest I can put on my lathe, and I've done that once before I maxed it out, but I usually stay around, you know, 6 to 8 inches to 10, you know, somewhere in there.
Okay. What challenges you about turning?
Lately it's been more technique and just you know, less sanding, less tear out, and that's a big thing. I really like to just, you know, focus on technique.
Right. How would you describe your style of wood turning?
I guess maybe impulsive, maybe. Like I don't, as far as the form goes, I'm pretty just zone out and do it. and then, you know, I'll look at it and see if I like it or not. I mean, if that answers that.
I think he looks at the piece of wood and then decides kind of the idea of what it should be, and then he just goes for it. And usually he has to finish it like right there. And then there's a few pieces that he'll take off, look at for like, you know, a week or so, and then put it back on. But usually he kind of has an idea, and then he just makes something out of it.
Okay. So, do you have anything that we can see?
Yeah.
A little tour?
Sure. Here you go. Let me turn it around. This is a piece I'm working on now.
It's nice.
That's maple. Yeah. Those
How,
are the.
how long would that take to finish? How long would that take start to finish?
At least 3 hours, 4 hours. And then that's just to let it, you know, turn it, and then I'll let it sit for a couple days and dry, because that's really wet right now. So I'd say, you know, probably 6 hours in total with sanding and, you know, anything else I'm going to do to it. There's the John Jordan tools.
Yep.
And then take you over. That's my wood shaving pile. This is all stuff that I'm working on right now. I got a bunch of bowls and vases. That right there, that's close to being done.
What kind of wood is that?
That's oak, red oak. I just used iron acetate. It's like ebonized, you know.
Wow.
That, which is totally just crazy to me that you can do that to wood.
Yep, the tannins. So how much would that go for, Tyler?
Something like this, I would try and sell for 180 to maybe 220, just because of the amount of time I put into it. That's kind of what I base everything off of.
Okay. Now the piece.
Yeah.
The piece that's on the lathe. Okay, Jay Henny has a question. I'm sorry. Let's go back to that piece. Sorry. The white part of that oak, is it bleached?
Yes, it is. And it's got a really subtle texture on the rim that I did. I'm still going to go over it with another coat of bleach, but yes, it is bleached. Yep.
And the piece that's on the lathe, how much would that go for?
Somewhere in between 200 and 300.
Okay.
I mean, those, it just takes, I mean, once I get it past this point and dry it, I'm going to spend a couple hours, you know, fine tuning it. And
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And what did you do? What did you use to get that texture?
I'll show you right here. It's pretty dangerous. Don't tell anybody. This angle grinder with a chainsaw bit. It's very, yeah. I've got a lot of comments because I posted something like that before about it being dangerous, but I don't know. It's just fun. That's like one of my favorite things is just seeing the different textures I can do with the tools. And then I got this right here too. It's a little Dremel with a little bit on it.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then this is pretty much it. I got all the wood over here. I try and keep it kind of down to a minimum.
What kind of wood is that?
Right here, this is tulip poplar. This is, I'm excited about this. This is some new maple. It's a really hard maple. I think it's red maple. I'm not too sure though.
Now, let me look at the bark.
It's kind of shaggy.
Let me see the other one. Okay, now let me see the end grain. Yeah, that's sugar maple.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's sugar maple.
Sugar maple.
Now, the red maple is a different grain, but it
Uh-huh.
usually has the beetle in it, the ambrosia beetle.
Uh-huh.
So you can see the designs on the outskirts around it.
Definitely. Yeah, these have like these kind of little inclusions in there that I don't see too often on.
Yeah, that looks like sugar maple.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. Yeah, that stuff, that's definitely
And
one of my
sugar
favorites.
maple is super, super hard.
Yep. And then I got a little bit of walnut back here too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Always got to have a little bit of walnut in the back.
Yeah.
I had to load it from a huge hill up this guy's yard. It was basically like a cliff, and here he is rolling it up this hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's just some dry wood. I used to have a guy that when I first got into wood turning, I really like box making, and you need really dry wood for that. So I used to go to a guy locally who has like a garage full of dry, all types of wood. I still have some.
Now, what does he do? The guy that has the dry wood.
He does like online auctions, and he sells like whole cube blank, and he he has a whole thing going. He stabilizes it, he sends it all off, they stabilize it, and then he sells it online. He does online auctions on Facebook, and it's pretty crazy. His garage is like my garage, but it's just to the top with wood. It's insane. Like little bitty chunks of wood like this big. But he's really cool. I really like him. I mean, he always gives us a good deal because we're local, and he's just a nice guy.
Cool. Does he have any woods that you have not seen or heard of?
Yeah. I mean, so the story goes when he lived in California, and there was this guy who was a magician, and he involved wood in all of his tricks. I don't know what that means, but anyway, when that guy stopped doing magic, Jesse went and bought all of his wood, and yeah, Buffalo Girl, never heard of that, and when I seen that, I just couldn't believe how pretty that was.
It's nice.
It's expensive though.
Yes, it is.
What's
Oh, Ambonia Burl. That's like from South America.
Yeah, there's so much.
It really is.
There's so
It's
much.
overwhelming. Yeah.
He has like a library of just a bunch of wood, and some of it he knows what it is, some of it he doesn't. Like we go to the side of the road and we don't know what it is. He has so many he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Some of it's been dry for like 20 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He just sells it. He doesn't work with it or anything. He's just he gets it, stabilizes it, and then just sells in bulk on the internet.
Yeah, but there's, the market allows it. So there's lots of things you can do.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't sound like a bad job.
Right. So it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of documenting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So did I cover it all? Are we good?
I think so. I'm so thankful that you wanted to talk to us, really. I mean, we really love what you're doing. It's awesome.
Thank
It's
you
so
all.
cool to just hear people.
Yep, and in
He really
perspective.
listens to the community. Like there's people that he talks to and comments on all of his pictures, and it's nice to have that. Like with some other things, they're pretty solo, you know, and you don't know what you're doing or how other people would think about your things unless it's just in a store and it sells. And the Instagram community that he has, he knows their names and he talks to them and they comment. Like he's like, oh yeah, this guy made this, and I'm like, how do you even remember all this? Like he really liked it, you know. It's actually pretty cool. I think it makes something that could be really solo, you know, not be. And that's awesome.
Right. So the reason why the whole purpose of the conversations is to capture people in the moment of their journey, and you all are in the beginning.
Definitely.
So it's kind of good to see what you think, how it's going, how you're going about it. And as you know, from the people who've been in it for a while, it's a completely different viewpoint.
Yeah.
And you learn from both.
That's the best part. Yeah, I mean, I love just hearing John Jordan's and how he got started and what he, you know, how he, I'm just so interested in how people think of, like, you know, how they come up with new things. It's just crazy to me. I love listening to them.
So do I.
Yeah.
So
It was very smart of you. I mean, really, I think that definitely needed to happen.
Yeah, so yeah, we try to document it, put it all in the same place.
Yeah.
That's all. So
It's awesome.
I appreciate it, and thank you all for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. And and best of luck to you both.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.